Now on 4 News Now, a local woman nearly a victim of a fake ransom email threatening to expose her online activities. We'll show you the red flags to look out for so you can spot the scammers.
Santa will have to jump some puddles to visit houses in the inland Northwest. I'll tell you about a rainy Christmas Eve and how a winter storm could impact holiday travel.
Plus, the park at the heart of Leavenworth's Christmas celebration vandalized. What we know about the suspects coming up. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
Well, scams are everywhere nowadays, and some are harder to detect than others, especially when they reference personal information about you.
Madeline Mullen spoke to one Spokane woman who received an especially threatening scam message and shares how she knew it was fake.
Scams come in all different forms, and the one that Karen Pfaff received was through a threatening email. But she says this message did not make her scared, but made her mad.
Like I said, it could ruin a lot of people's lives, financially and mentally, emotionally.
The message Pfaff received told her they had access to her computer through a porn site they said she was accessing. They also told her they had access to her internet history and had been recording her through her computer's camera. The message also said that if she didn't send them money through Bitcoin, they would send everything they had to people on her contact list.
That someone looked at my information and that they were preying on my potential vulnerability.
Luckily, Pfaff knew it was fake.
Couple reasons. First, was poorly done, but the very first paragraph was bold-faced with just my information. And then, of course, my phone number was like a 5-10-year outdated phone number.
So what are some ways you can tell if an email is a scam or not? One of the ways is if there is proof.
When you get emails like ransom demands like that, very rarely will they have anything of concrete proof because they're just trying to cast a wide net and throw something at a wall to see what sticks, as the saying goes. If they really had something, they would then send it to you with that demand.
Jonathan Ferriello, president of Cycrest, a technology company, says these messages are generic messages sent to mass mailing lists. And if your home address and phone number are included in the message, Ferriello says don't let that scare you.
Data breaches left and right. That's happening out there everywhere. I mean, every day data breaches are occurring, and that's where that information is coming from.
Finally, if words are misspelled and unusual sayings are used, that is also a clue that the message is a scam. If you receive this message, the best thing you can do is delete it, ignore it, and do not engage. Live in studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Madeline, thank you. And it's not just letters. Experts are also posting fake jobs to try and steal people's banking information. Experts say that scammers are doing that, and they're creating websites, email accounts, even conducting sham interviews. Experts say to be aware of unprompted texts and emails about potential work.
It says, hey, there's this job opportunity. It provides you flexibility, X, Y, and Z. Please feel free to give us a ring at this phone number.
Experts say one thing you should never do is click on any links that could install a virus on your phone or computer. Another red flag, scammers may be quick to send you a check or request money, claiming the transaction is for something like establishing employment or buying supplies.
And then, oh, by the way, we sent you too much money. Please send us X amount back.
When you go to deposit the scammer's check, although it may show up as a pending transaction, it will not fully clear. So you don't make any money and you lose the amount you sent to the scammer.
Well, the woman is now in jail for attacking her neighbor with this sword. It happened on Friday at an apartment building near Sprague and South Adams in Spokane Valley. When Spokane County Sheriff's deputies arrived, they found 43-year-old Elizabeth Potasek fighting to get control of that sword. Investigators say Potasek knocked on the victim's door that morning. He opened the door slightly and asked if Potasek needed anything. She said no, then returned home. A few minutes later, the victim says he could hear Potasek screaming in her apartment. As the victim was leaving his apartment to take his 2 teenagers to school, Potasek lunged at him with the sword. The victim blocked the sword with his hand and pinned her against the wall to protect the kids. Deputies eventually got Potasek to drop that sword and took her into custody. Investigators say she made statements to deputies that suggest she may have been suffering from a mental health crisis.
Let's take a live look now at downtown Spokane. You can see skies are clear and crisp. Our chances of a white Christmas might just be in our dreams at this point.
Yes, there is no sign of any snow on the way for Christmas morning, but we do have quite a bit of rain on the way. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be rainy and mild overnight. A soggy Christmas Eve will dry out as we get toward the late afternoon and evening, however, so part of the day will be dry. Then on Christmas Day, some locations could see a mix of rain and snow, but no accumulating snow in the evening. Travel, however, will be difficult, particularly over Stevens Pass. Here's our chance of precipitation over the next 12 hours. We're dry through about midnight. Then a chance of precipitation around 10 a.m., 2 a.m., 30% chance, goes up to 100% by 4 a.m. and will stay at 100% through the start of the day. Hour by hour, your Tuesday forecast, 39 degrees at 8 o'clock and rain, and it is going to come down. We're going to continue to see that rain through mid-morning and right on into the afternoon. Very high percentage chances of precipitation through about 3 o'clock, and then we'll start to dry out. By 4 o'clock, our chance of precipitation down to 0 with overcast conditions, and it is going to be a foggy night for Santa to find your house. I will be back with your Christmas Day forecast and talk a little more about your travel outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, around the Northwest, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office is investigating who is responsible for driving into Front Street Park right in the heart of Leavenworth, and then doing donuts, destroying the ground and slinging mud everywhere. The park was forced to close to allow crews to clean up and try to make some repairs. This is the aftermath, though. These photos posted by the city. And now the city's thanking the community for an outpouring of support and offers to help with that cleanup.
Well, you just finished watching the Green Bay Packers dominate the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football. The Saints couldn't get anything done on either side of the ball. So tonight's play of the game is where things started to fall apart for New Orleans. Opening drive of the game, Jordan Love and the Packers at the 2-yard line. Dontavian Wicks doesn't just shake his defender, he leaves him on the turf for a wide open touchdown. The Packers scored touchdowns on their first 3 drives and cruised to a 34-0 victory to improve to 11-4 on the year. Well, it's bowl season for college football. The Cougars, whose roster and staff look a lot different than it did a week ago, are preparing for the Holiday Bowl this Friday. It's the showdown in San Diego, and 4 News Now will be there every step of the way. These are pictures of a few of the Cougar players boarding a jet bound for Southern California this afternoon, decked out in their Holiday Bowl swag. The Holiday Bowl later posted pics of the Cougs arriving in San Diego. Well, Syracuse also arrived in San Diego today.
And our sports director, Jack Wallace, sat down with CNY Central sports director Samantha Croston to ask her about Orange head coach Fran Brown and their reaction to all the sudden shifts within WSU ahead of the big game.
So what have you seen out of his coaching style and what he's able to bring to Syracuse just to get them to be 9 wins and on the cusp of 10 so fast?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about weapons, he's the most powerful gun Syracuse has. I think it's specifically the buy-in that everybody has to what it is that he's trying to accomplish here. He came in day one as a first-year head coach with a mission, with his philosophy DARG, which means discipline, accountable, relentless, and tough. He had a vision for exactly what he wanted this program to be. And very frequently, he brings up the quote-unquote good old days of Syracuse and a place and a time where people really felt pride to be a part of the Syracuse fan base.
What is the reaction from the team or Coach Brown been about facing a WSU team that looks very different than what they would have looked like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
To be completely honest with you, I think back to a game like UNLV, where they were supposed to be facing a great quarterback in Matthew Sluka. And at the time that Syracuse was going to play against them, he wasn't around and he wasn't available. He was entering the transfer portal because he wasn't happy with his NIL situation. Even then, Coach Brown wasn't the kind of person who diminished an opponent or took an opponent lightly just because a few things had changed up. I think for him, if you asked him, and I don't want to speak for him, but he'd tell you that the mission remains the same. He's a pretty intense guy. I think even the fans over on your end probably see that by now. So he's the sort of person who, despite the fact that, yes, some of the coaching staff has left, some of the big-time names from this team aren't there anymore, I don't think that's something they discuss. I really don't. I think he's the kind of person who thinks less about the opponent and more about his own team.
Well, our live coverage of the showdown in San Diego with Jack Wallace and Sydney Berger begins Thursday evening. Watch team coverage on 4 News Now, KXLY.com, and streaming free on your connected TV with KXLY+.
Well, with just 2 games left in the regular season, the Seahawks are on the outside looking in the playoff picture following yesterday's loss to Minnesota. But today, head coach Mike Macdonald says they won't go down without a fight.
Like our guys needed like a full recovery day, so we'll get after it, get a game plan together today, and then kind of double down on our work tomorrow.
The Hawks are going to need a lot of help. In a week, they went from leading the NFC West and in the playoffs to second place and little chance, even if they win the last 2 games. They take on the Chicago Bears on Thursday night, and if they win, they'll need the Cardinals to knock off the Rams Saturday. Then it would come down to the final game of the season between the Hawks and the Rams. Some people are questioning the play of quarterback Geno Smith, but Coach Macdonald doesn't want to hear it.
One of the reasons that we're here with life, like I said last night, is I really felt that Geno's helped put us in this position. So I thought he played a strong game.
And if the Rams beat the Cardinals, the Seahawks would not only need to beat the Rams in the final week, but they'd need a whole lot of other teams to lose their final games in order to have any chance of making the playoffs.
Well, accused United Healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione was back in court today, this time to face New York State charges, including murder in the first and second degree. CNN's Shimon Prokupecz has more.
The crime of murder in the first degree and other related charges. Have you pleaded to this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. Accused killer Luigi Mangione back in court, this time for the charges he faces in New York State, wearing khakis and a maroon sweater, shackled at the wrists and ankles. The camera in court capturing the 26-year-old as he faces 11 state charges that include murder in the first degree and murder in the second degree as a crime of terrorism for the alleged killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball.
His attorney slamming the way Mangione was paraded before cameras when being brought back to New York City from Pennsylvania.
They are literally treating him like he is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle.
During the arraignment, with rare camera access being allowed to record the proceedings, prosecutors disclosing just how much evidence they have.
I have never seen a case with such volume of evidence, aside from the issue of the quality of the evidence. This is not a usual case in terms of the thousands of hours of video tracking and the like.
Mangione seen smiling at times while talking with his legal team. Outside court, a small group of protesters gathered to voice their support for Mangione. The hearing ended with Mangione casually folding some papers before police escorted him away. Mangione also faces federal charges that include murder through the use of a firearm. The state trial is expected to come first. Mangione faces a maximum sentence of life in prison for the state charges, and prosecutors could decide to seek a death penalty in the federal case.
Well, still ahead, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department is helping spread holiday cheer. Hear the story behind the partnership that led to one of the biggest toy donations Sacred Heart Children's Hospital has seen in almost a decade.
And restoring the Davenport Hotel will introduce you to the man behind its artistic renovation and hear the secrets he discovered while bringing the art back to life. That's next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Please tell me the camera was on.
If you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. See your local GMC dealer.
Join 4 News Now for a look back at 2024, the stories that made us smile and cry, where we met new friends and remembered those lost, the stories that showed how our community shines. Watch Christmas Eve at 6:30 only on 4 News Now.
It's bowl season, and the Cougs are heading to San Diego for the holidays to take on Syracuse in an epic battle. Right along with the 4 News Now sports team for behind-the-scenes access and live reports. The 4 News Now Showdown in San Diego, brought to you by BECU.
Welcome back. You only have a few days left to go down and see the the holiday decorations at the historic Davenport Hotel.
But we all know the hotel is beautiful to look at year-round. That's thanks in large part to a man whose work you've seen, but whose name you might not know. Melissa Luck introduces us to the man behind the beauty of the Davenport Hotel.
When I saw all this ornamentation, and it all seemed like it was symbolic.
If the walls of the Davenport Hotel could talk,
the cultural repository,
it might be Melville Holmes' voice that you hear.
And it's more open. And what I thought,
a man who has seen every inch of this place.
You can see what's
even at its worst.
What we have to go by on the ceiling, and then we have to use these photos. It was in pretty rough shape.
When Melville first saw the Davenport in the late 1990s, what was once Louis Davenport's Grand Hotel was in shambles. By the time Walt and Karen Worthy bought it, it had sat empty for decades. But beneath the dust and boarded up skylights and layers of paint, Melville saw promise.
I wrote a letter to the editor, which was published, that the restoration of the Davenport Hotel is a thing intrinsically worth doing.
And so they did in spectacular fashion. Melville was hired as the aesthetic director of the renovation. A traditional fine artist and master of old world techniques, he was the perfect man for this job.
And that was me working up there.
Now his fingerprints are everywhere, and every inch of this place has a story to match.
Crawled in through that balcony there.
In the famed Hall of Doges, for example, it wasn't restoration, but a complete redo. This room, Spokane's first grand ballroom, was lifted out during renovation and kept in a box. When it was time to put it back together, it needed Melville to bring it back to life.
I had to repaint all of that main stuff.
Like completely repaint it?
Yeah, I just painted it over. This was not art conservation where you do it with a Q-tip.
Yeah.
No way.
You just did it again. Downstairs, the original hotel dining room is now the Isabella Ballroom, with Melville's touch and a special vision.
Janice gave me the idea of use the color of the floor built off of that.
His wife Janice gave Melville the idea to transform this room to what you see today, watched over by a woman who's been here since the beginning.
The portrait was in this spot always?
Yeah, always.
Melville's work brought this painting back to life, its true origin unknown. Once damaged by dirt, poor attempts at restoration, and the party scene of the 1920s.
When I was cleaning it, I filled the holes with purportedly aiming champagne corks at it.
Champagne once again flows here in the Isabella, a popular place for parties, weddings, and celebration, just as Louis Davenport intended. Upstairs from the Isabella, the Marie Antoinette, another grand ballroom where Melville and Janice faced their biggest design challenge. The floors are original. The chandeliers have hung since 1914. But the rest of this room, well, it needed work.
Everything was painted white. I call them salmon red ceilings. It was terrible.
Melville said Janice had the vision to transform the terrible into this, pure elegance.
It had to be completely repainted. And this is a very complicated paint finish that only I know how to do.
But the day after Christmas, the day work began on this room of the hotel, Melville came home from the Davenport and found Janice struggling.
It wasn't cancer, it wasn't a stroke, it wasn't a heart attack. It was a deep brain hemorrhage.
Janice never got to see this, but Melville made sure she is part of its legacy.
So that's the portrait of Janice. I did that in 1997.
What better place to honor her vision?
Nobody talks about holiness, and she had that about hippie.
And it's not just here. Janice is in the lobby too, right off the new bar, immortalized in a Davenport ballroom. It's just that kind of place where if you take the time to look closely enough, you'll see history around every corner.
Sword and compass.
Melville and his wife Kathy are now working on a book about all of this. Not his work here, but the iconography and symbolism revealed in its restoration.
This face, Bishop Fonseca.
Living history, tiny details, a love story, and a bridge between generations nestled in the walls, where every space reveals something of our past, thanks to people like Melville still alive to tell it.
Feats that were accomplished are marvelous to me.
I'm Melissa Luck, 4 News Now.
Incredible story. Thank you, Melissa. High temperature today, 43 degrees, 10 degrees above our average high. Started the day off at 38. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Big inventory, big deals, and a final day's finish. Ford SUVs. The Built Wild Bronco family. Goat modes goes over any type of terrain. F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years.
Final days.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. And we get everything we need from PAR. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
PAR, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Let the 4 News Now Holiday Travel Center take away the stress of winter travel. The latest weather updates, flight delays, road conditions, and interactive storm tracking radar. Look for it at KXLY.com and travel safely with 4 News Now. Happy holidays.
At Jewelry Design Center, we want to be your jeweler for life. We are locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you a showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. We are a team of artists, craftsmen, and professionals who create exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Take time to think it over, but we are not your average jewelry store. From our hands to your heart, we are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
Silent night. Holy night, all is calm, all is bright, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover at Latah Creek.
Stop in or shop online. We'll help you find your new favorite wine.
Come in to Latah Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
big inventory, big deals, and a final day's finish. Ford SUVs. The built wild Bronco family. Goat modes goes over any type of terrain. F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years.
Final days.
Please tell me the camera was on.
All right, welcome back. It is Christmas Eve, as we've been talking about, and we've had nothing but wet weather to talk about.
I know, we were talking about warm drinks in the commercial break.
Yeah, it is. It is. I guess this is what it would be like to live in Seattle, maybe. I don't even know if it rains that much there. It has been a lot, and we are going to be adding to it. Let's take a look at live conditions right now. Actually, a great night if you're out running around, heading out to a holiday party or just staying indoors. It is not going to be dry for long. Temperatures right now 38 in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and we will not be dropping much below our current temperatures. Precipitation coming in all in the form of rain. Let's do our forecast radar. Wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or two before midnight, but most of that wet weather is holding off until the early morning hours. Here's 2 a.m. and the heavier rain comes in 2 or 3 in the morning. That will begin to ease up by around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, at least in Spokane. Still raining heavily in parts of North Idaho. Finally, we dry out tomorrow evening. Christmas Eve. Now, the clouds will be clearing, but what this doesn't show is the fog that will be developing after all of that rain. Then as we go through the day on Wednesday, here's Christmas morning, 10 a.m. Still dry across the region, likely gray skies with the fog, and just starting to see a little bit of snow coming over the Cascades. And Winthrop, they've just recently issued a winter storm watch there. We'll see some snow up in the Okanagan Highlands, valleys, the Waterville Plateau, and then by 8 o'clock Wednesday night, some more wet weather moving into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, which might start off as a bit of a rain-snow mix. More likely, though, it's just going to be in the form of rain. Here's our snow deposits between now and Wednesday at 9 o'clock. It is all in the mountains, except for that little corner where the cold air will be. But even at that, the snow totals will be fairly light. Taking a look at our snow level forecast, tomorrow up around 4,000 feet. That takes it above a lot of the mountain passes, but not quite to the ski areas. So hopefully we'll keep that all as snow. Down to 2,800 on Wednesday, then back up to 4,000 on Thursday, 3,800 on Friday. But here we are way down here in the valleys in Spokane, ranging between approximately 1,900 and 2,300 feet. Far below the snow. It's going to be rain, possibly a little bit of mix in some spots as we get into Christmas night, and then more rain coming in. As you could see, the precipitation chances right on through the weekend are very high. Overnight lows, meanwhile, will be in general above freezing. Likely anytime you see temperatures that are close to freezing, it's going to be a dry night. Otherwise, it is all rain down in the valleys. Now, coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to take a much closer look at the past travel coming up for the next few days, and sometimes you might want to avoid hitting the road, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Still ahead, the House Ethics Committee releases its report on former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz.
What lawmakers say they found when they looked into Gaetz' sexual misconduct and drug use allegations. That's after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Northwest winters can be rough. Make sure your tires are up for the challenge.
Perfection Tire has you covered with top brands, price match guarantees, and the best warranties.
Be ready for whatever winter throws your way. Nobody beats perfection.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals.
Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new model Bosch dishwasher. Available in 3 colors, each for just $449, a savings of $350. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances. For memories you can't make online.
Experience the magic of the holidays at River Park Square.
It's jaw-dropping, it's eye-popping, it's gut-busting. It's showtime. That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time. And a big, fantastical funhouse. Beautiful. Everyone agrees this show is so good. You've never seen anything quite like. What else do you need to hear? Beetlejuice, coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts December 31st through January 5th.
Freezing temperatures can take a toll on your vehicle.
At Perfection Tire, you can trust our certified technicians for efficient and reliable winter service. Be safe and prepared when freezing temperatures hit.
Winterproof your ride today. Nobody beats perfection.
Please tell me the camera was on.
Around the nation now, the House Ethics Committee has released its report on former Representative Matt Gaetz, despite Gaetz's last-ditch effort to block it from going public.
Yeah, he was facing allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, which he denies. ABC's Christiane Cordero breaks down the report.
Today, all through the House and Senate, it is quiet, and the report that caused a stir among members of Congress is out. The House Ethics Committee quietly reversed an earlier decision and voted to release the report into their investigation surrounding Matt Gaetz, the former representative who was briefly tapped by President-elect Trump to be the next Attorney General. According to the report obtained by ABC News, the committee found substantial evidence that Gaetz had sex with a 17-year-old in 2017 in violation of Florida's statutory rape law and engaged in a broader pattern of paying women for sex. The committee report also found evidence of illegal drug use, acceptance of improper gifts, granting special favors to personal associates, and obstruction after Gaetz refused to comply with subpoenas and withheld evidence from the committee. Gaetz has long denied the allegations. Today, Gaetz filed a federal lawsuit against the committee asking the court to issue a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction to block the release of the report or any findings. In the filing, Gaetz says the release would cause damage to his reputation and professional standing that would be immediate and severe, further stating the information is believed to be defamatory concerning matters of sexual propriety and other acts of alleged moral turpitude and constitutes irreparable harm. A DOJ investigation into the allegations ended with no charges brought against him. Gaetz withdrew consideration for Attorney General, saying the confirmation process was a distraction for the upcoming administration. Over the weekend, Gaetz spoke at a rally hosted by conservative group Turning Point in Phoenix, making no mention of the ethics report, but entertaining the idea of returning to Congress.
Maybe I'll just run for Marco Rubio's vacant seat in the United States Senate and join some of those folks. And my friend Steve Bannon and others have suggested that I return to the House of Representatives on January 3rd.
In the lawsuit filed today, Gaetz also highlights he is now a private citizen and claims he did not receive proper notice. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Well, today, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department made a huge donation of toys to Sacred Heart Children's Hospital.
And they did it with a lot of help from the community. See them spread some holiday cheer coming up next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Give an Eat Good Group gift card. Not only will your loved ones enjoy an unforgettable dining experience, but you'll also get a $25 bonus when you purchase $75 in gift cards. Don't wait. Visit us today and make their holidays delicious. Visit eatgoodgroup.com.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision.
Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here. We're coming to Spokane Arena on January 27th and Beasley Coliseum on February 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/Washington for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
The holiday heroes are ready to make your holiday dinner better than ever. This year, make your holiday feast as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Visit eatgoodgroup.com, heat and eat. 2. Select your meal. 3. Pick up your feast and heat and eat. Order online at eatgoodgroup.com.
Let's get her a cool stuffed animal. Okay.
Well, this is the Santa store, where patients and their parents in Sacred Heart Children's Hospital can pick out Christmas gifts without straying too far from the treatment they need. One of the reasons why these shelves stay full is thanks to the Coeur d'Alene Police Department.
Yeah, today they dropped off the biggest donation of toys that they've had in their time doing this program. Mary Sheridan brings us the story behind this heartwarming partnership.
They're gonna be here any minute. Okay.
Many hands made light work, carrying,
Extra wide load here.
pushing, and stacking hundreds of boxes of toys donated to the Children's Hospital by the Coeur d'Alene Police Department.
We're grateful that this continues to grow every year because the need continues to grow every year as well.
This year, the department partnered with Les Schwab Tires, who contributed a $15,000 donation, as well as these yellow bags of toys, making this the biggest donation yet.
It's one of those events that unfortunately impacts everybody, and our officers and some of the folks that work at the police department have been impacted by having sick family members that have had to be at the hospital over Christmas time.
This began as a passion project 6 years ago.
Shane from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department, he and his wife had a baby. They needed some medical help here with us, and they were in our care for many weeks, and just warmed their heart that we were able to do so much for them, that they started this toy drive for us.
And the rest is history.
It's grown into a tradition. Shane and his family want every child to be spoiled on Christmas.
The toys donated by the Coeur d'Alene Police Department are sorted here before they're added to the shelves of the Santa store in the Sacred Heart Children's Hospital.
It brings joy to them. It takes stress away from them during the holiday season.
The Coeur d'Alene Police Department says they're always accepting donations.
As Coeur d'Alene and Spokane merge as almost one region, right? They're providing toys for us. The Coeur d'Alene kids come to us, and it's just a wonderful partnership.
Hey, wonderful job, everyone.
In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Everything.
Pretty awesome effort there. Well, Christmas is right around the corner. It's a time for twinkling lights, cozy gatherings, and cherished traditions.
And some of the most popular words associated with the holiday have some surprising origins. We're going to play a little game here. There's some words that I didn't know the origins of. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the holiday staple gingerbread gets its name from the medieval word for a ginger paste used for cooking and medicinal purposes. So in the 15th century, gingerbread became associated with the sweet treats we enjoy today.
Okay, get this one. Mistletoe stems from the Old English words mistletoe, which means dung twig. That's because mistletoe grows from bird droppings. As for why people kiss under mistletoe or bird droppings, that tradition dates back to ancient times when it was a symbol of fertility, love, and peace.
You're not going to catch me kissing under mistletoe anymore. We can't forget eggnog. It was a 17th century ale made with rum and raw eggs, thought to prevent brain fog, which I have and will continue to have until my children are 7 and 8, I've decided.
Brain fog or eggnog?
Both.
I was going to say.
More eggnog to reduce the brain fog.
A little bit of rum before, yes, you go on the news? Sure. That sounds good right now, the eggnog with rum. It is a gray night across the inland Northwest. Here's a look at our view from downtown Spokane. My goodness, it is quiet on this side of the river. A little bit different story on the other side in downtown Spokane. But even there, I think a lot of the holiday parties are over and just some last-minute shoppers finishing up, and people are starting to head on inside. On our satellite and radar, inside is going to be the place to be. We're starting already to pick up just a few returns on this side of the mountains. However, no reports that any of this is reaching the ground just yet, although you may see a sprinkle or flurry. It's going to take a while before that wet weather moves into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, really getting going in the overnight. Temperatures for lows tonight will be above freezing just about everywhere. Winthrop, the exception. Kalispell also in the 20s. But we are going to see that precipitation staying as rain across the region. Snow level will be dropping, but then will be increasing again as we're up to 42 in Spokane, 42 in Coeur d'Alene tomorrow. We'll be in the 40s from Kellogg through Pullman, 46 in Grand Coulee, 42 in Omak, and 40 degrees in Bonners Ferry. Your Tuesday planner expects steady, moderate rain through the morning, starting to ease up a little bit in intensity around noon, and then finally drying off in the late afternoon and early evening. That high of 42 compares to an average high of 33. We're going to be nowhere near 33 degrees for a high in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that and your travel outlook over the passes in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, every child should be able to clearly see the vibrant colors of a sunset or the words on a whiteboard during class, but that may not be the case by 2050.
Researchers predict almost a third of all children and teenagers will be short-sighted in 25 years. Robin Nance shares the details.
Short-sightedness or nearsightedness is a vision problem where nearby objects appear clear but distant objects appear blurry. Researchers from China investigated millions of people from 1990 to 2023 and found that the rate of short-sightedness among children and teenagers is rising fast. Around 2.6 billion people were short-sighted in 2020, according to the World Health Organization, which anticipates that this figure will rise to 3.4 billion by 2030. Experts predict that more than 740 million children and teenagers worldwide will be affected by this condition by 2050. Girls and young women, adolescents, and high school students had the highest rates of vision problems, especially those in East Asia and urban areas. While it is not known what causes short-sightedness, there are certain risk factors like spending less time outdoors and more near work, which requires focusing on objects close to your face, such as a screen or reading. For 4 News Now, I'm Robin Nance.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
For memories you can't make online.
Experience the magic of the holidays at River Park Square.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. See your local GMC dealer.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our famous snow promotion is back for Christmas.
If it snows 4 inches or more in 24 hours on January 9th, 2025, all purchases made between November 19th and December 28th will be refunded in full. And that means all engagement rings, loose diamonds and gemstones, jewelry and gifts could all be free.
Shop Clark's Diamond Jewelers this Christmas and let it snow diamonds.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Check out our new showroom in the Spokane Valley Mall.
Please tell me the camera was on.
Well, experts are concerned about microplastics that could be found in single-use containers you often get whenever you order takeout.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley has more on what you need to know.
The growing concerns over possible microplastics in those takeout food containers and questions about their safety.
And so this is what it looks like to put my leftovers in candy jars.
Wendy Petta opting to rid her home completely of single-use plastics, posting this TikTok garnering over 200,000 views.
So I just decided I was going to slowly start purchasing glass food storage containers. And in the meantime, I started using canning jars.
The idea that single-use plastics are dangerous comes from simply not using it as directed. It is intended to be a single-use product.
Researchers say certain chemicals can potentially leach into your food when these single-use containers, typically used for takeout, are heated in the microwave. And long-term use can increase possible exposure to microplastics.
Studies suggest even washing thicker, sturdier plastics like this in your dishwasher on the hot cycle could still be hazardous.
There is some evidence that it's possible that black containers may leach out more chemicals than other containers. They may be more dangerous than other containers, but notice that I'm saying they may be. We don't know for sure. More research needs to be done.
California is trying to crack down on the pervasiveness of single-use plastic packaging, with a new law requiring producers to sell 25% less of it in the state and making sure it is recyclable or compostable by 2032. Europe taking it a step further. The European Union enacting legislation outright banning certain single-use plastics when alternatives are available.
So there is not concrete evidence that it impacts our health in a negative way. The reality is that this growing body of evidence is just that. It's still growing. We're still learning.
The Plastics Industry Association telling ABC News our industry prioritizes human health, which is why we are committed to ensuring that plastic is the most suitable and responsible choice for every application in which it is used.
Our temperature trend over the next 7 days has us well above average. This white line is our average high, down at 33 degrees. We'll be in the 40s on more days than not over the next 7. And that means you're going to have to go fairly high to find some snow. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew. Final days.
Big inventory, big deals, and a final day's finish. Ford SUVs. The built wild Bronco family. Goat mode goes over any type of terrain.
She knows.
F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years.
Final days. Exciting.
Your choice. Lease a Bronco Sport or F-150 SDX for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Christmas and New Year's, we'll find you home. There'll be no more sorrows, no grief and pain. I'll be happy once again.
It's jaw-dropping, it's eye-popping, it's gut-busting. It's showtime. That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time. And a big, fantastical funhouse.
Beautiful.
Everyone agrees this show is so good. You've never seen anything quite like. What else do you need to hear? Beetlejuice. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts December 31st through January 5th.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be. Hot, melty, and fresh from your oven. Starting at $13.99.
Please tell me the camera was on.
It is easy going over the mountain passes tonight. Stevens Pass reporting areas of wet roads, but easygoing conditions. Also Snoqualmie, bare and dry in most locations. Lookout Pass, no problems there. This is a picture from earlier today on 4th of July Pass. They turn the camera off at night, but I guess that makes sense. But the report is dry and easygoing. There are some times that will be better than others to go over the passes. And here is a look at our pass travel forecast. Tomorrow, great day over Snoqualmie, 4th of July Pass. Or the yellow means caution is required over Stevens and Lookout. There will be some snow, particularly late in the day at Lookout Pass. As we get into Wednesday night and Thursday, Christmas night and Thursday, that's going to be the trickiest time over Snoqualmie, and Stevens Pass will be especially treacherous with very heavy snow expected. 4th of July will be fine, and Lookout fine on Christmas Day. It's overnight Christmas night into Thursday, you're going to run into some snow, but really the only extremely difficult travel will be over Stevens Wednesday night and into Thursday with the next system on the way. Our snow level forecast, I want to show you some of the numbers. Tomorrow up around 4,000 feet for that system on the way. Spokane is way down here between 1,900 and 2,300 feet approximately. 2,800 feet on Wednesday, back up to 4,000 Thursday and 3,800 on Friday. So the lowest it gets is 28. 4,000 is what it will be more commonly, and that does take it above. Snoqualmie Pass is at 3,000 feet. Stevens Pass is just over 4,000 feet. Lookout Pass is 4,700 feet. So we will be below the snow level throughout the forecast in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane, down at 1,900 and 2,100 feet respectively. We are not going to miss out on the rain, though. It is going to pour. Here's by tomorrow morning at 7. Already almost 4/10 of an inch in Spokane. And some of the forecasts looking at some very heavy precipitation through the Spokane area. Could even see as much as 3/4 of an inch, with more in the forecast. We dry out for Christmas Day, then the wet weather returns late in the day Christmas, potentially seeing some snow trying to mix in. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
For memories you can't make online.
Experience the magic of the holidays at River Park Square.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
There's a lot of rain. Who ordered rain from Santa? I did not, but it is snowing in the mountains and the reports are good.
If you're going to go up skiing over the holidays,
yes,
yeah, not bad at all.
A lot of people are ordering that. Thank you, Santa.